All right, so we got an update to the whole Vic Mignogna kind of controversy going on. If you don't know who he is, he's a voice actor for several English dubs of a couple of different animes. You will know him from Broly in Dragon Ball, Edward Elric in Full Metal Alchemist, and from Bleach, where he played Akaku. Probably saying that wrong. I don't like Bleach, so I don't watch that show. I watched like 2 episodes and was like, it's not for me. Not for me. But basically, what's going on right now is Dragon Ball has been massively successful recently. Dragon Ball Super Broly has made an absorbent amount of money in America. It's doing very well in North America in general. But the English markets are doing well. They've pulled in quite a bit of money. The movie's been a success. And with success, you always have some people that kind of come up. Now, I don't know if the allegations are true or not with Mr. Vic, but you know, I'm just covering what's out there. And I wanted to cover this again because now he's actually came out with a statement, and Funimation has kind of done a couple things. This is more of an update video to the last one. But, you know, like I said, and I think this person down here in this Twitter address says things kind of nice. So, y'all, I didn't want to address this because I'm a fangirl. I got a facepalm accusations regarding Vic have been floating around for the last decade. People are trying to spark SHIT with him since he's got big in the voice acting community. Due to my upbringing, I will never deny a victim's story of being true or not. Truth of a victim's confession is not my place to judge. However, I will say these rumors have been circulating for effing ever. It's just because he's in the massive limelight again that they're coming back. And that's true. I do agree with that. I think that a lot of the reasons that people are even talking about this is because he's in the limelight again, right? Vic's in the limelight. People want to come in there and do that. And I have done a lot of research into this, and these have been around for a long time, right? A long time. But that does not make them, you know, any more credible now than they were then. So why are they all coming up again now? And you have weird ones like this by Radnat here. I'm really thrilled to see #KickVic. I watched with my own damn eyes as Vic made out with a 14-year-old fangirl at his booth. She admired him, and he took advantage of her. I really don't believe this one, because if he was making out with a 14-year-old girl at his booth, he would be in jail that night. 14-year-old girls don't look like 18 through 20-year-old girls, and they're pretty distinguishable. If you were making out with a 14-year-old girl and you're a grown man, right? I'm saying this is a man probably in his 40s, right? No one's going to let that fly. He would be in jail right there and then. He'd had the cops called on him while he's making out with her. What likely happened, and what appears to be the case here, is he seems to come off as an overly friendly dude. A little weird, right? Because all the allegations have him going up and kind of kissing on girls on cheeks and foreheads and hugging them. Not the best move. Now, I think that that's a little weird myself, and I'm not going to defend his behavior there. However, I will say that saying that he's, you know, taking advantage of him is a little far-fetched in that situation. But he did release a statement, and I want to read through it and give him a chance to have a voice, because I didn't have this in the last video. So I wanted to give his side of the story. Now, I will probably do another video on this. By the way, I am talking with someone that's worked at a con, several cons for like over a decade. I don't know if that's a he or a him. They're in my Discord, and I've talked to them once or twice. I'm trying to sit down and do I'd like to do like an interview with that person, and then I'll release that as a video, and we can get some more stuff on that. Let me read through his statement, and then I'll talk a little bit more about some stuff. So, this is heartbreaking. Over the last few days, a number of comments and allegations have been voiced on social media. I'd like to share my thoughts. Homophobic? No. Some of my dearest friends are members of the LGBTQ community, including several that I brought into my production family on Star Trek Continues. This is blatantly false statement. I said many years ago that I didn't think a particular character I voiced was gay. Contrary to what some fans believed, not because it matters to me at all, because I was told this was the case. But because I was told this was the case. I also elected not to autograph Yayo, not because I'm homophobic, but because I don't wish to sign material that is not canon. And by the way, I think that's stupid. He shouldn't have to sign Yayo fan art. That's dumb, right? I think he cleverly worded this here. I would have just said, that's stupid. I don't want to sign that trash. I wouldn't want to sign anybody's fan art, to be honest. I don't want to sign your Yayo, and I don't want to sign your fan-made, Sasuke and Naruto kissing. I also don't want to sign your Naruto and Sakura kissing. So you can take that however you want it. I think it's well within his right to not sign something he doesn't want to. Keep in mind, this is also a Christian man, and we all know that those demographics have faced quite a bit of scrutiny lately. Anti-Semitic, I couldn't even grasp where this was coming from until someone pointed out to me years ago where I was on a panel and I referred to a bunch of noise coming from another room jokingly as a Holocaust. As I said then, it was a metaphor for Armageddon, death and mass destruction, not the Holocaust. Could I have chosen a different word? Sure, in retrospect, I could have, and of course, I am sorry that offended anyone. I sincerely apologize to any convention staff member who ever felt I was anything less than kind and grateful to be included in their event. Unknown to most staffers, contractual agreements made in advance with cons were occasionally not honored when I arrived, and that made me frustrated. This does not make an excuse for me making anyone feel badly that I am deeply sorry. So that's another thing. He's accused of being a jerk at cons. Personally, I don't care about that, and I don't care about his yayo. The big things here are the allegations of assault. Those are what I care about finding out about. How he acts towards people is not a big deal to me. A lot of people are jerks. You got to get used to that, especially if you work in the service industry. Sorry, that's how it is. You get crapped on. I've done my time in service industry, just like I'm sure most people starting off in jobs have, and you get crapped on. You know, it sucks, but it's just kind of how it is. The only thing that matters to me is whether or not the allegations are true or not. That's all I care about, and that's what I want to find out about. I would like to sincerely apologize to anyone who ever felt my interaction with them, a hug or kiss on the cheek or forehead, was crossing the line. Never in a million years would it be my intent to make anyone feel uncomfortable. Rather, it was meant to show gratitude and support. I come from an affectionately expressive family where such displays are commonplace, but I understand that not everyone feels the same way. Hence, I will not be interacting in the same way with fans in the future. Understand this is the climate we live in, and this is how it has to be. To my fans who ask for hugs, etc., I'm sorry, but please know that I am no less grateful or supportive of you. Finally, any allegations of sexual harassment, sexual assault, or any of this stuff here are completely and utterly false. My heart weeps for anyone who endures a violation of this kind, so to be accused of harming others in this way, I have no words. And that's his statement. And if you want to head over to One Angry Gamer and just search Dragon Ball Broly, you can find this. I don't like to include links in my descriptions as much anymore because I guess YouTube does hit those, and I just would rather avoid it. If you go to oneangrygamer.net and just search Dragon Ball Super, you'll find these articles. And they've got some videos right here, which are what they're talking about. And I think that calling him, anti-anything from those two videos is a little bit of a farce. Then we come over here. Funimation has made no comments on this, and apparently never have. So they are not bending the knee to any of this garbage, which I like. I hate it when companies bend the knee. All right, let's do an investigation. Let's find out the truth, and then let's make a decision, right? You don't need to fire the man until he's found guilty. I think that that's ridiculous. You should always get a trial of some kind. So I just wanted to provide an update on this. That's where we stand right now. I'm working on talking to a couple people that have had interactions with him, and maybe we can find out some more truth. But as far as anything goes right now, there's nothing but allegations. I'd also like to point out I'm always annoyed that no one goes to the police. If this man was really making out with a 14-year-old girl at the booth, like this person says down here, why wasn't he put in jail? So those are my thoughts on it. Let me know yours. What do you think about his statement? What do you think about this big mess? Let me know your thoughts. And check out the description. Throw a thumbs up. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see all y'all on the next one.